Every region of Florida is beautiful, but Rosemary Beach is a work of art. Founded on the principles of new urbanism, this is a neighborhood built for intentional living, where walking and bicycles replace cars and golf carts, and daily life happens outdoors. The neighborhood architecture was designed by world-renowned Florida-based architects, drawing heavily from the West Indies and Dutch. The result is an established community with mature landscaping, intentional shade, and memorable experiences. Today, Channing Gardner, a local broker who's been living here for 20 years, is going to give me a look at the architecture and lifestyle of owning and living in Rosemary Beach.
Hi, Emily. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks so much for having me.
Come on in.
Okay, great. It's so great to meet you.
We're humbled to have you here, Emily. Welcome to Rosemary Beach.
Thank you.
And 171 Round Road.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's one of the finer homes in the neighborhood. 4,100 square feet.
Wow.
7 bedrooms, 7 baths. Renovated
Huge.
in 2019. Yeah, it's a big house for Rosemary Beach.
Okay, and I love the entrance here. You've got so many beautiful pieces. So the homeowners are selling this place and kind of showing off some of this architecture, but it sounds like a lot of these houses kind of borrow ideas from one another, at least from the outside standpoint, right?
Yeah, I would say the West Indies design is really what you're going to see when throughout the neighborhood. A mix of that and Dutch West Indies.
Gorgeous.
On the interiors, you're going to see authenticity. So that's why this designer in particular chose the finishes that you'll see, which are reclaimed wood, Venetian plaster. These doors
are insane.
Yeah. So the renovator of this house, the Fuller Brothers, they're a master builder in the area. They build these doors from scratch at their cabinet company up in Albany, Georgia.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, let's get on to the main event right upstairs.
Okay, perfect. Lead the way. Oh, wow. And just this Venetian plaster, like you were telling me, I feel like it's hard to get this smooth of a finish. I mean, if you weren't even paying attention, you would have no idea. I mean, it literally looks like it's not even a wall. It almost has like this very thick, beautiful, and I would imagine that's great for saltwater environments like this.
Yeah, it's just a different finish that you don't see that often. And we do, like, again, we have local artisans that specialize in the Venetian plaster finish. You see it again on the hood over here.
Wow, look at this upstairs. I mean, this is a huge space.
Yeah, so in Rosemary Beach, this is going to be one of the largest living areas you'll see in the neighborhood. The builder took advantage of this porch area. Previously, this was a porch area, so they were able to expand and create a larger room. The entire floor plan of this house was updated in 2019, so they really made it more conventional. So it's something that you don't see that often in Rosemary, but they were able to do it on this lot.
And one of the things that I've noticed, again, with the reclaimed wood are these beams. These are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, those are hand-hewn oak beams from a Kentucky tobacco barn, 1800s Kentucky tobacco barn. They've been bleached, and they were, part of those timbers that were culled in, Matt's facility up there in Albany.
Wow, I mean, they sound like they go high and low to find this stuff.
They do.
So they're like collectors then of architectural pieces.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about living in Rosemary Beach. You've been here for what, 20 years?
Yeah, so the area is great. It's just a safe place to live. It's a very pleasant place to live. It has a strong southern vibe, but also impacts from Europe and other areas of the United States. Mostly southeastern, but also western.
And the downtown is so cute, but I can't get over this house. So this is a really big living room.
Yeah.
Compared to a lot of them, right?
Yeah, so it's here to service 7 bedrooms.
Wow.
So you not only have this living room, you also have this porch, which is a large porch. So if you have like big gatherings, it's easy to, open the porch and kind of have more space.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And this kitchen is amazing.
It's
and I think when you and I talked on the phone, you were mentioning that there are a couple of private chefs that'll come to your house here and come and cook for you. So how does one find a private chef once they have a place like this?
Well, just choose what kind of food you want, and your local agent can help you figure that out. We're all friends here. It's a small town, and if you want to have a sushi party, there's an option for that. If you're looking for, fine dining, Americana, French, all those options are here.
And tell me a little bit about this marble. It looks like it's been treated like leathered, which I love for houses now. So is a lot of this sourced locally, or you had kind of mentioned there are a lot of artisans that also come in from all over the place, right?
Yeah, I believe this slab was sourced from Atlanta. This is Calcutta Gold.
Oh, wow.
Which is a little bit of a rare marble.
Yeah.
And then on the back wall there, you have soapstone.
I love soapstone on a backsplash. I think
Yeah.
it looks so chic, and it's really made a lot of waves in like what's coming out in design just this year. I've noticed I'm seeing a lot of soapstone and kind of that moody. But what else is nice about it is that you've got that good contrast between your really light cabinets and then that really beautiful deep color that you've got going on the back.
It's very subtle, and it
Yeah.
goes well with the natural oak.
Yes.
Those are reclaimed, a mix of reclaimed and fresh cut oak on those inset cabinets. Those are really nice cabinetry. And again, Matt and his company design and build these cabinets, especially for their projects. So that's how that came about.
And I love the way that they've done just that little bit of a cute arch in here before the rest of the ceiling leveled out. I mean, whoever did the architecture did a beautiful job. And so tell me a little bit about the architecture. I think you'd mentioned they're Florida based, right?
Mm-hmm. So the designer of the neighborhood was Dewani Zyberk and Platter.
Okay.
They're a Miami-based firm. They're globally known. They've developed several other new urbanism communities like Seaside,
Yeah.
Alice Beach here.
Really? So they're responsible for all three of these beautiful communities.
They've
Wow.
designed the roads and the total, like the neighborhood design. Yeah.
Okay. But one of the things that I like about this environment in general is that it really feels like it's intentional for you to get to know your neighbors.
And that's right. That's exactly what it is. So it pulls from European cities. It pulls from cities like Charleston, where the neighbors depend on each other. You know,
Yeah.
they walk. So walking is a big thing in the neighborhood. Not
I
driving.
noticed you don't see many cars around here.
Right.
So, and that's intentional.
It's intentional. It's
Okay.
new urbanism at its best. So basically, new urbanism lends its functionality in the neighborhood to walk into your coffee shops, shopping, your post office. Everything you need to do during the day is right here in Rosemary. So
Okay.
if you don't want to drive, you don't have to.
Okay, amazing. And then the other thing that I think you and I kind of briefly touched on was the fact that the founder-led community, and that you guys are really specific about being intentional about the stores to make sure that everyone gets what they need, that it's definitely somewhere where you're listening to your community members, the kind of shops that they want, the kind of coffee shops that they want, having a cute little wine store that we checked out right before this. So
That's right.
So tell me a little bit about that. Is there like a board? Do they get together to discuss what it's like to choose those locations?
Well, you have the founder of the neighborhood founder, and
Okay.
that founder is listening to the constituents of the neighborhood and trying to bring services and retail in that fit the
Wow.
demand in the neighborhood. So that's really what you're getting. But you're exactly right. It's really, curated,
Yeah.
so that you have the optimal experience as a homeowner here, as a guest.
It feels European, really.
Yeah,
I love
very
it.
much so. Very much so.
Also, and we can walk around and explore some of the, is there a bedroom up here? Or
Yeah,
are there
there's
any
a
other
primary
spaces?
bedroom,
Okay.
primary suites just this
Gorgeous.
way.
And so y'all have a Christmas party, right? That you guys do, that's kind of a tour of homes.
We did. It was a tour of homes here.
Okay.
We had about 1,000 folks walk through the house. So
Wow.
yeah, serving champagne. We do that every year.
Is that open to people that are maybe prospective people that want to come and live in this neighborhood, and
It
they
is.
can come and check it out?
Yeah, it's open to
Okay.
the public. We do that every year right around Christmas time. The builder did add on using a porch over here to give a nice primary ensuite.
I love it.
And you have a little hallway over here. But
Oh my gosh, we've got to explore this hallway.
Yeah.
I already see what is like most girls' dream is to
Yeah.
have all these mirrors and a gorgeous little closet
that's right.
off of the bedroom. How pretty is this? And so you had mentioned to me that you kind of worked with this group that purchased, or the family that purchased this house.
Yep.
And you kind of help guide them a little bit because you're so used to the architecture and the real estate here.
Yeah, so being with Rosemary Beach Realty, we are in the neighborhood every day, so we know the neighborhood architect.
Yeah.
And we were able to just explain to them what the goals are in the
Okay.
renovation. So we were able to help the builder add on using these porches.
Wow.
There are calculations that they have that allow certain areas to be covered and certain areas to be open.
Okay.
And just being here in the neighborhood, we're able to establish the goals of the property and help
Yeah.
them understand what the final product would look like.
That's amazing that they have you as a guide. I mean,
That was helpful.
especially,
I mean-
a lot of these are secondary homes for people. So
Right.
they definitely need someone that can be here, boots on the ground for them, and kind of advocate for their needs.
Absolutely. Homeowners are renovating. The neighborhood is upgrading pavers, or they're replacing a facade in the downtown. There's
Because you
a
said
lot
they're
of
not
things
building
that
any
happen.
more homes here.
No, all the
that
lots
part
are-
is done,
Exactly.
which makes it kind of rare to be able to have one like this, especially like this that's for sale.
Absolutely. There are no lots available in Rosemary. There are only 5 homes for sale in Rosemary.
Wow.
So that's only 1% or less of the total existing single-family homes. So you can imagine that folks that own these homes are renovating all the time. So
Yeah.
it's a constant cycle of that. But you do have nice homes here because of it.
They're gorgeous. I can't wait to look at this bathroom. And first
Yeah,
of all, this
especially.
closet is
Yeah.
like a dream. We're about to be renovating a house that we just bought. So,
Yeah.
I'm always getting ideas when I get to go through these homes. But I love the vanity here. And then
Yeah.
this bathroom. So it looks like they carried that marble all the way through to the bathroom too. And also some of that beautiful oak wood like
Yeah.
we just saw in the kitchen.
Yeah,
And the
some-
ceiling. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this is gorgeous.
So like you saw the area in the den where the roof was vaulted.
Yeah.
They also vaulted this ceiling. This was a
So
porch
pretty.
before.
Really?
Yeah. So they just
Wow.
converted
This was a
space.
great conversion idea. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
And you've got the tub. I've been seeing this a lot in the newer homes that they split his and her sink, split the tub in the center. And this definitely looks like a great soaking tub with a great view.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely gorgeous. And the other thing that I noticed is they definitely went with really great pieces that are going to last a long time. This looks like unpolished brass, which patinas gorgeously.
Very timeless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely
It's
gorgeous.
a piece
And
of art.
I love also that they mounted the plumbing to the wall. I think that
Yeah.
looks really, really chic.
Yeah, just a little extra touch,
Yeah.
to let you know that you're in a very fine home. So we do have 2 more bedrooms upstairs with en-suites. One
Okay.
has been converted to a movie room, but let's go straight to the pool.
Just outside each home, you'll find a charming courtyard pool, which is the perfect place to cool off on a hot summer afternoon. The waterfall spouts have developed this beautiful natural patina over time, which just adds to the character and timeless feel of the space. And above every garage, you'll find a carriage house, which is such a great guest retreat, and we're headed there next.
Wow, this is just adorable. I could absolutely stay here. I love this. So tell me a little bit about it. This is the carriage house?
Yeah, so
Okay.
in Rosemary, you're gonna have carriage homes on almost every property.
Really?
The design is so that the parking and everything actually takes place behind the home. So underneath
Okay.
this is a garage.
Oh,
And like you feel, a lot of the homeowners feel the same way. A lot of times the owners will stay in the carriage home and let the family stay in the
that
main
makes
house.
sense. Yeah.
Gives them a little more privacy.
Well, and it's nice. It's nice and quiet. And
Yeah.
I've always noticed that people just seem to gravitate towards smaller spaces because
Yeah.
it's just cozy.
I mean, look at the kitchen here. This is a beautiful little
That's
kitchen.
a great working kitchen. I mean,
Yeah.
you can get everything you need to get done in here. And oh my goodness, hold on. This is like what you'd see on a boat.
Yeah.
These are tiny.
Yeah.
Look at how little. So, I mean, are these meant for a boat? Like this, for the scale standpoint?
I don't know. I think these are more European. This is a Gagano.
Wow,
so
I've never
probably
even heard of
something,
this.
Yeah, probably something you'd see in like an apartment in Paris or
Yeah.
in London or something. But
It's adorable. And
Yeah.
I just love, I mean, it's everything you need in this adorable kitchen.
just imagine you're here with your family. They're staying in the main house.
Yeah.
You can cook yourself a meal,
have a little breakfast and coffee,
Yeah,
everything
then
that
go
you
see
need.
everyone, yeah.
And the other thing that I noticed is that no overhead lights, which is like a designer's dream. Everything in here is sconce lighting, which is so pretty. And the swing arm too, which is great because you can kind of adjust where you want your light to go.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much the way that everyone gets around here is by foot.
Yeah, walking is how you get to everything in Rosemary, essentially.
And it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love all the foliage too.
Yeah, so we have sand oaks. They're common here in this part of Florida. Some of them are, hundreds of years old.
Wow.
They're smaller oaks like this one right here, that are, over time, the wind and everything kind of changes the direction of the limbs.
Oh, wow.
So you see a lot of sand oaks.
The pretty curves.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have. So now from a cuisine standpoint, what would you say that this area is kind of known for food?
So with the Gulf right here, we're definitely known for redfish, amberjack, grouper, mahi. So your fish and seafood is really kind of what folks know us for. So here we are at Gallion's.
Oh, how great.
Named after a Montgomery family that I've known since high school.
Really?
Yeah, great folks.
So we're going to get treated well here then.
Yeah, great folks and great food.
And I love their lanterns and everything outside.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look
inside.
at this. So cute. Hi, thank you for having us.
Hello.
Good to see you too. Okay, this restaurant is great so far. Thanks for bringing me here. You know all the good spots.
Yeah, Rose, I don't know all of them. There's so many nowadays. Over the last 10 years, we've really had some very progressive restaurants and dining spots really pop up in the area. So I'm trying to keep up with them at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the interior design in here, I noticed, I mean, they really did not spare any expense. And it's very updated too. This feels very fresh. So what's it like to live here? I mean, full time, because I feel like a lot of the people who come here, a lot of times they're visiting, it's their second home. They're coming in the full season or a little bit for the off season. So being full time here, tell me what it's like.
I'd say it's changed a lot.
Yeah.
So when I moved here in 2007, everyone knew everyone. It was one of those deals where you didn't miss a night out because you might let someone down.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, hey, where's Emily?
Yeah.
Like everyone has to be there. It was that small. And now today, it almost feels to me like when I lived in a bigger city.
Really?
Yes, much more anonymous lifestyle, but still you can find people pretty easy. If you go to certain restaurants, you'll see 10 or 12 people you know, so you kind of know there's places you can find your friends, and then there's places where you can go and have a quiet lunch.
And so this place particularly, Gallion's, what is the cuisine here? What are they known for?
I would say Americana with a seafood twist.
Okay.
You're going to be able to get a steak, an ahi tuna taco, a grouper sandwich.
Yum.
So a lot of, it is kind of leaning towards the seafood front, but Americana, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people who've never been to the Florida Gulf Coast, and of course I'm from here, I've grown up coming around here and traveling here every summer, but everything's kind of close together, which is nice. So you've got Destin, and then you've got Seaside, Alice Beach, Rosemary Beach, and they're all kind of within just a couple minutes drive from one another.
Yeah, so the whole 30A is a series of small towns, basically. So you have like Rosemary at the far east end, Alice, Water Sound, or you have Seacrest in between. Then you have Water Sound, Seagrove, Seaside, Grayton, Blue Mountain, and then you have Dune Allen at the end. So each community has its own little design, personality, and architectural flair. Each area has its own fans. Like some people love Blue Mountain Beach.
Right.
Some people love Rosemary Beach, and that we're in Rosemary, so let's talk about Rosemary. Like people that buy in Rosemary, that have a home in Rosemary, often stay in Rosemary. They're on their third or fourth home in the neighborhood. Yeah.
So lots of people who buy here, they just continue to get bigger and bigger as their family grows and their group
or they'll smaller.
Or size down.
Their daughters go off to college, and they downsize in the neighborhood. We see both.
Okay.
We kind of see it grow with the family.
Yeah.
And then as, empty nesters, they shrink
Which is
it back
nice
down.
for you because you get to create these relationships and
Yeah.
you get to know them and they come back and
Yeah. They're
But-
very much lifetime relationships.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Oh, that looks so good.
Awesome.
Gorgeous. What did you order for us? This looks so good.
So what we started with is the tuna, smoked tuna dip here, which is something that is about 10 restaurants here have different types of smoked tuna.
Huh.
And then you can buy different, different companies make it that are local here, but something that the area is like turned into a delicacy.
Really?
Folks really try to one up each other
And I'm
with it.
like, I've never even seen this before in my life.
That is a sweet,
Pepper popper thing.
yeah.
I think the
sweet
waiter
pepper
called
popper
it.
thing. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have never seen these before. I'm
They're
gonna have
very
to try one of
good. They're
these.
like little tomatoes, but they're sugary.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sugary.
Yeah, sweet. Very good.
Crab claws, that is just a classic.
The crab claws are a classic, and these are sauteed, not fried. Lovely
Oh.
dish. And then the classic grouper sandwich, which is something you'll find in several different versions of
Yeah.
here. That is a beautiful version. I've had that one several times.
Oh
and
my
it's
gosh. Where do
so
we
good.
even start?
So wherever you want to
with the-
start, yeah.
Okay, I've
start-
got to try crab claw because
Yeah.
they're just right here, and we're to see. Oh my god! Whatever seasoning that they use on this is absolutely amazing, and it has like a little bit of that Cajun flavor
Yeah.
that we were talking about. And I don't know that I've ever really had a smoked like tuna dip before.
You should try that.
Okay, here, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give that one to you. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm hogging it. This looks so good. And the popper too. We're gonna have to try the popper.
You should have a deep,
Should the popper
smoky
go with it
flavor.
then?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, we're gonna add the popper to it. I'm excited. Oh
Not
my God.
bad. Not bad.
You have to try that.
I'm gonna go with one of these.
I am gonna need that to go. That is my new favorite dip of all time. It's like smoky, and it wasn't what I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be really creamy and almost
Yeah.
like cream cheese, but it's not. It's got more of like a smoky flavor.
Yeah, there
It's-
are several different recipes that are going around the area, but this one is one of my favorite. It is very good.
Interesting. Did you? I know, absolutely incredible. And then we'll have to split this grouper sandwich. So I wanted to try this tartar sauce because I noticed it almost looks like it's got a little bit of mustard or something in it,
Oh, yeah.
the color. So I'll be curious to see what that's like. Grouper is my absolute favorite fish of all time. We grew up on grouper. My mom, it's funny, we grew up in Florida, but she never really wanted to cook her own seafood. I don't know if she just didn't like the smell of it or didn't think she was good at it. So we always went out to eat to go get our fish, and grouper was the one thing that we would always get out, and
Yeah.
so I'm excited. That is incredible.
Yeah.
You have to try some of this grouper. And the other thing that I think a lot of people who haven't been to Florida before would not know is that French fries are kind of come with most of your meals. There's a
They
lot
go
of
with
fried
everything.
seafood.
We're in the South here,
Right.
so fried food is not something people are shy about.
Right.
So you're gonna get fries and, there's several other options now, but the fry is hard to beat.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I did notice a lot of good Southern-inspired restaurants around here, and we are in Mississippi, and so
Okay.
we do a lot of barbecue where
yeah.
I live.
That's not something we have a whole lot of here.
Mm-hmm.
You would think we do, but on 30A in Rosemary Beach, there's no barbecue in 30A. In Rosemary Beach, but on 30A there's very little.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, but you don't need barbecue when you've got a smoked tuna dip like that.
Right.
It literally tastes like it's been smoking for like days.
And I think that's the case.
Yeah.
I think it does take a few days to make that.
It is so good. This place is hands down probably one of the best places that I've had since I've been here. And the other thing, I know cocktails and like people think of daiquiris and that kind of thing when they come here, but I just feel like a good Sauvignon Blanc with a piece of fish is the perfect
It
pairing.
really is.
Yeah.
It really is. I know
It's
people
light
mix
enough.
it up nowadays. Like, you know, red wine and fish are just fine, but not for me. I really like a good Sauvignon Blanc or a
Same.
Pinot Grigio with my fish.
This place is gorgeous. So our friend Channing had to leave and go to a showing. And so now we're at the famous Pescados. It is a beautiful rooftop restaurant that overlooks the ocean, and that this is what everyone comes here for. And a lot of times at sunset, that's the spot that people want to come. But they have an incredible seafood menu, and you definitely want to make sure that you have a reservation if you plan to come here. Now, this is about as southern as it gets. They just brought me out 3 of their top dishes. So we have their frittata that has ham and shallot, which they put a shallot on top, and a gorgeous butter over the top, and some home fries, very southern. And then we've got, and this kind of thing you're only gonna find down here on the coast. They've got a crawfish butter on top of a gorgeous fried green tomato with a delicious relish. And then they have a chicken waffle. And so this is a breaded chicken thigh. And then they have ricotta cheese at the bottom with a little maple syrup. So this looks absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to try this. I don't know that I've had chicken and waffles outside of Atlanta, so this is gonna be amazing. But I wanna start lighter. Oh, this looks great.
Perfect.
So are these y'all's top 3?
Top 3 by
Okay.
far. Yes, ma'am.
So y'all kind of do a lot of like breakfast then,
Breakfast is
food.
mostly our go-to.
Brunch is really popular.
The main thing for lunch options, I will say that most people tend to strike towards is the lobster grilled cheese.
Okay,
That's gonna be
yum.
like the only thing, but it's so hot out. I don't
Yeah.
know how that bisque would do right now.
Right, yeah. This looks absolutely
Yes, ma'am.
so good. Thank you.
Just let me know, okay?
Okay. All right, so we're gonna start out with this frittata, which by the way, underneath the shallot, it looks like they've got a gorgeous thing of some Gruyere or Parmesan cheese here that looks absolutely amazing. We'll give that a try first. Oh my goodness. Wow. It's so decadent. There's like such a depth. I mean, you can tell that they use maybe like a cream or something in the egg. It's really amazing. And the shallot that comes through is just the right amount of savoriness for it. I would eat this entire thing. I love it. And honestly, if you come for a brunch, I do feel like this frittata would go so great with a Sauvignon Blanc, like what we're drinking. And the great thing about this restaurant is that they're open almost all day long. But like I said, you're gonna have to have a reservation because it is extremely popular and you're not getting upstairs unless you do. So next we're gonna try this fried green tomato, which looks absolutely delicious. They bread it in-house by hand and they top it with some crawfish and butter. And it looks like a relish with like some peppers, and they've got some tomato and onion. This looks incredible. And caper is on here too, which is really interesting. Okay. Oh my God. This is one of those places that after you've been at the beach all day and you work up an appetite and you're just absolutely starving, you can come up here and get something that's really filling. They also have all kinds of really great pieces like seafood dishes. But you know, like our friend Channing said, you've got seafood, but you've also got a lot of other really great restaurants around here that specialize in all kinds of other dishes. And Southern has such a huge influence here too. Okay, next we're gonna give the chicken and waffles a try. And it's so interesting that they paired it with a ricotta. I feel like I've never seen this with the cheese before. It's like an herb cheese with a buttermilk waffle and breaded chicken thigh and some maple syrup. So we'll give that one a try next. Okay. Wow. I would have never thought to pair ricotta cheese with chicken and waffles, but it works. It's almost got like an herb flavor to it. And with the fry of the chicken, it is like this might be my favorite new dish. It almost gives me like, I don't know, like it's southern, but it's got almost kind of like an Italian flavor to it. I can't describe it, but this is my new favorite thing on the menu. I can tell you that much. Oh my God. So good. Pescado is just one of those little intimate places, and what I love about it is that it actually sits above the town center, and you probably have the best view of the ocean from this spot. The other great thing about it is that it's really intimate, so you could bring a small group here and you can all hear each other, which is nice. And it's definitely a place that you want to come for brunch or even a long lunch that turns into sunset for golden hour. And this is the number one spot that people want to come to for sunset eating. And while they do have a lot of seafood and they definitely focus on that, the other thing that they do is a lot of really great like southern forward cuisine. And so we just tried this amazing frittata with ham and shallot, and it was absolutely delicious. It's got layers of cheese and it's really thick and creamy. And then the fried green tomato was so rich and decadent with the crawfish. And then the chicken and waffle might be my absolute top choice for this place. I don't know how the ricotta works so well with the maple syrup and the chicken, but that is one that I will come back for many times. So make sure that you check out Pescados when you come to town.
What makes Rosemary Beach unforgettable isn't just the design. It's the rhythm of life here. It's walking to dinner under a canopy of trees, having some fresh seafood and a glass of wine, and time just seems to slow down. There's a little southern flair in a setting that feels both effortless and elevated at the same time. Today, Channing gave us just a glimpse into life on 38, but the real story is how this place invites you in to unwind, to gather, and to just truly savor it all. Because Rosemary Beach isn't just a destination, it's a feeling that you'll want to come back to.